I think the most exciting thing about Smarter Science is to see the students, the kids really get engaged and they're excited to come into your class every day because they want to pick up where they left off yesterday and continue with their experiments or their activities, and they're really invested in what they're learning.
One thing that Smarter Science did for me was show both me and teachers and students a way to do inquiry in the classroom in a way that's meaningful and in some ways easy.
I think the most exciting thing about Smarter Science is actually seeing the kids extremely motivated and kind of following their gut instincts and where their heart wants to go in terms of what they want to learn.
Above anything else, they have to be interested in what they're doing. If they're not going to put it into long-term memory. They're not going to use the skills they developed. It's just crammed in and crammed out. So it's the engagement that's key.
With little kids, they already have that wonder, that sense of wonder and that sense of discovery. So what Smarter Science does is that it just opens the doors. It gives them permission to look at the world through new eyes, if you like.
It's exciting because, personally, I always feel like interest is the greatest educator, and what we're doing with Smarter Science is we're getting the students to become interested in their own learning through the science inquiry process.
It's actually changed the way I teach for all subjects, actually. I tried really to use the whole idea of getting the kids to think instead of telling them how to do something. I want them to figure it out for themselves. And so it's changed my teaching style because now I'm more willing to wait, take time. If it has to take 2-3 periods to get through a concept, I find that better. At least then down the road they're going to retain that, and I can quiz them in a month or two and they'll still know what I'm talking about.
Instead of me really worrying about what I'm going to be teaching next, every day it's very apparent where the direction of the class is going, and it just makes it's just so much fun to come to school every day because I'm not working that hard. The kids are doing all the work.
I'd say it's real science. I would say I love Werner von Braun, I think is how you pronounce his name's expression, is science is what you do when you don't know what you're doing. And I tell my students that all the time. And I love that I feel like I'm doing that now because it's like, oh, well, what is this? Let's find out. And I like that we're doing science.
One of the really exciting things for me is when I walk into a classroom that's doing Smarter Science and I see students working on real-world problems that they've generated, and as they're solving them, they're integrating literacy skills, they're communicating, they're talking to each other, they're writing reports, and to help them understand what's going on, they're using numeracy skills. So they're not only gathering data, they're transforming that data, they're analyzing data, they're looking for trends, they're looking for conclusions. So that to me is one of the most exciting things about Smarter Science, is that integration of all these essential skills into one project or one question that the kids are investigating.